Talk about what it was like going back for your first follow-up scan, because I've heard a lot of patients talk about just kind of the, I don't know what the right word is, trauma or PTSD or anxiety that comes with, okay, now we're going to see if this all worked.
Yeah, you just kind of caught me right there.
Yeah.
It's tough, and every scan is. Yeah. It's the, is it still there? Did it come back? It's all the questions. It's, am I going to get thrown back into this again? Like I just finished treatment. Do I have to do this again?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Like what? It's all the questions. And for me, I think it was definitely harder initially. And then I kind of have wrapped my brain around how I'm going to work with the scans. Even 14 years out,
Mm-hmm.
it's still a day that I take the entire day off. I plan the day off.
Yeah.
I try to get the appointment for earlier in the day.
Yeah.
And I have my prayer in the morning. I go to my exam and I come home and I usually just drop. I usually just take a nap.
Yeah.
And then by the time the kids come home from school, I'm back and ready to go again. But it's it takes a lot out of you, just mentally and emotionally.
Yeah.
And I always share that it's so important to kind of prepare yourself mentally
Right.
and emotionally, not for bad news. That's not what you're preparing for. You're preparing for taking on whatever challenge is coming your way.
Right.
And hoping for the best. Pray for the best, but understand that you can handle it. Whatever comes your way, you can handle it, and you don't have to do it alone.
Right.
Because you're going to have that team with you.
You talked about, and just going back to the experience with chemotherapy, I've heard you talk about taking this approach of being an athlete, and what were some little things that I wanted to get better at each time I went out and practiced, and applying that to chemotherapy or getting through chemotherapy. And I think there was one story that you told, maybe you could give us the details on just taking steps in the living room.
Yeah. So goal setting is such
Yeah.
a big part of my life. It always has been for as long as I can remember. My coach started us with that understanding long-term goals and short-term goals and the importance of follow through and that, baby steps, those incremental steps are how you really get to that bigger goal. And so it's just kind of ingrained in me. And so for me during chemo, it was a lot of days. All right, today's goal is get up, get dressed, walk 2 times around the dining room
Yeah.
table. And if I did that, that's my win. And there were days that maybe it was a 10-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. It was not training for a gold medal.
Yes.
This was not a 2-hour training session. This was, what would be my win for today?